When I was asked if I wanted to review Far Cry Primal, I was about to say no. The last Far Cry game was a bit of a bore, and I didn't even attempt to finish it because the story lacked anything interesting, and Ubisoft hasn't always kept a record of improving their series all the time. However, I had nothing else to do, and I lacked what most people would call a social life, so I said screw it, why not? Primal is set in 10,000 BC and takes place in an area called Oros. You play a man named Akar who is part of a tribe known as Winja. Just so you know, I'm probably going to mess up on all these fake names and places, so I warned you. They are a weak tribe that is always being burned by the tribe in the south, where I think I would have flourished more because I nearly burned down the forest multiple times, including myself, and the people up north in the snow, who are nothing special except for the fact that they eat your tribesmen after they kill them. The whole story basically derives from you stopping these tribes and killing their leader. You do this by building up your village and meeting specialists to help hone your skills. The people you meet are pretty interesting, with a somewhat love interest that likes to collect things, a guy who helps you out with a jellyfish sting, and the first gay fashion designer, to name a few. The skill tree isn't anything you haven't seen before, with increasing your health, sneak tactics, and defense against certain elements, so nothing new from what you've experienced in many other games. The crafting, though, is a little different. You still have to collect skins and items to create or improve weapons, but it doesn't stop there. Since you are in the modern age because of how primal it is, you still have to search the forest to continue making arrows, spears, shards, or other weapons to help you kill. I learned this the hard way when I walked into a village thinking I could take care of it myself with what I had, but I was outmanned, no real ammo, and a bear ripped my throat out. Good times. Another new element from the other Far Cry games is taming animals. You become a beastmaster that can go out controlling some of the basic animals that run around and a few legendary ones. You feel a lot safer when a saber-tooth tiger has your back, and they are great for hunting. Some have special abilities with their speed being increased or finding random items for you. There are others you can ride like a bear or a tiger. You can also ride a mammoth, but you can't tame them sadly. The one thing that has stood out the most for me would have to be the atmosphere. I was a bit skeptic at first until you leave the tutorial, and once you are actually in Oros, you are amazed on how well it looks. It feels alive, running through the forest or climbing a snowy mountain. I can actually say I was a bit startled at night hearing the animals that all wanted to eat me. Okay, now time for the bad. The game certainly has a lot of good qualities, but what game is perfect? The first thing that annoyed me was a key moment in the plot. Remember I was talking about the atmosphere? Well, this took me right out of it. You are walking in on an enemy village, getting ready to get crazy on them, and a song plays. Yeah, the game is all about Primal with the music all the way to this point. What the hell were they thinking when they did this? I had to stop and listen for a second when I realized she was singing in English. I won't spoil what happens at the end, but just like most sandbox games, you can continue playing after doing the main and secondary missions. They are decent, nothing I would call emotional or something that pulled me in, since these guys sound like my 1-year-old and 3-year-old having a conversation. But all the side missions are exactly the same, and there are a whole lot of them, and they do have a ton of collectibles. If you're one of those people that like to get achievements or trophies, you might be driven to complete this. But as for myself, I really didn't see the point of going on. I had already completed everything in a short amount of time. I didn't feel like escorting or rescuing captive natives again and again. I didn't see a lot of replay value other than starting over with a higher difficulty. Alright, so my final score. Overall, I enjoyed the game. It shocked me in a few areas of being different, and that is the right way to go when going from one series to the next, but it was nothing I would call stellar. So I gave it 7 ears out of 10. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you think of the review. Tell me what you think about Far Cry Primal when you play it. And yeah, hope to see you guys in the next videos. See ya.